Hello everyone, welcome to our UN Autonomous College. Today we can discuss the concept of Java database connectivity, that means JDBC. We know that in our Java subject we have a connectivity purpose because why it is required for our topic and what is the real meaning of that JDBC and what is the architecture of that JDBC. Today we can discuss about it. Okay, finally we know what is the meaning of JDBC. That means just we can give an introduction about JDBC. We know that JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity, which is a standard Java API for database independent connectivity between the Java programming language and a wide range of databases. We know that in a Java subject we have a connectivity purpose because we know that Java is a object oriented programming language. By using that language we can build a connection with your database. We know that what is the meaning of database? Database means it is a collection of similar type of data which is stored for a long period of time. But we need that storing procedure should be flow through a specific platform that is known as environment, that is known as Java interface, and that interface is provided by your Java API. That means that API platform can take the help of JDBC concept. That JDBC concept can provide a platform, that platform known as database independent platform. By using that independent platform we have a connection environment, or we can say connectivity environment. Through that connectivity we can transfer our some database related messages from source to destination. Then next we can say that is known as that JDBC library also includes some APIs, means application programming interfaces for each of the tags mentioned below that are commonly associated with the database uses. That means in a JDBC concept we have some predefined library concept. We know that whenever you are writing some programming languages, that programming statements should be related with a specific library, because the details part of that program or statement, or we can say that is a keyword, the details programming statement can be available in that library package. Through importing that package we can use all parts of that JDBC programs concept. Similarly, by using that JDBC concept we can build a connection with your database, and through that connection we can pass some messages or request through some SQL or MySQL statements. We know that we are learning DBMS query statements. That means how to create a table, how to create a database, how to insert some data to a user side to your database side. And we know that in the time of database connectivity we have two concepts. One is the front end, another one known as back end. By using that, how to design that front end? That front end is specially designed through some programming language, that may be your C, C++, or you can say your Java. Especially Java is most appropriate language, and because why? It is provides to a platform independent platform. By using that platform you can easily transmit your request from source to destination without any changes in their system. Especially another way you can say that the executing SQL or MySQL queries in the databases is also possible due to the connection of your JDBC. Another way you can say, if you want to viewing some data, or you can say some modifying your some data, or you also want to create something else or changes in your table or record in your databases, in that moment we need a connection platform that is given by your JDBC concept. Then what is the real need of that JDBC? That means actually we know that JDBC is one type of specification that provides a complete set of interfaces that allows for portable access to an underlying database. Through that database we can also use to write different types of executable programs. That means by using that JDBC we can easily create some Java applications and also Java applets, Java servlets, then Java server pages, and some your enterprise Java beans. This kind of applications are specially linking with your database aspect, but that linking procedure generally built through that JDBC concept, because JDBC it is playing as a middle part, that means as a middleware. By using that ware we can easily communicate with source end to your destination end. That means otherwise we can say that is known as your front end to back end communication. Let us consider an example. In your website you are want to create a user document site, means user register page. In that moment user want to give their name, their address, phone number, mail ID and its qualifications, and also provide some captcha. In that moment whenever user can fill that form, need to submit it. At that moment all records or data of that form should be transferred to your specific database. In that moment the JDBC can help to transmission your source data to your destination record system. In that moment we especially take the help of your JDBC concept. Next, all of these different executables are able to use a database driver to access a database and take advantage of the stored data. That means whenever you are using this JDBC concept, and that JDBC concept provides you some driver. We know that what is the meaning of driver. Driver is known as one type of software, and what is the meaning of software? It is a set of program. By using that driver you can easily handle your source and data to your as well as your server side data through that JDBC concept. That is why we need that JDBC connection in your programming concept. Now we can discuss another new concept, that is known as what is the meaning of JDBC architecture, how to build or we can say how to design that architecture. First of all, the JDBC API supports both 2-tier and 3-tier processing models for database access, but in general JDBC architecture consists of 2 layers. Actually whenever we can design that JDBC architecture we need 2 layers. First layer known as JDBC API, next layer known as JDBC driver API. That means whenever you can consider the concept of JDBC API, it actually provides you the application to JDBC manager connection. Actually we need 2 environment, one is the API environment, another driver API environment. In a normal JDBC API environment it can provides you application environment to a specific or you can say some external type of users. By using that environment we can easily transmit some signals or you can say transmit some programming statements from source end to our destination end. But in that moment we can also take the another type of layer, that is known as JDBC driver API layer. In that layer which can support a JDBC manager to your driver connection. Actually in that moment JDBC driver manager consists of some different types of JDBC drivers. That means we have lots of databases concept. We know that DBMS concept, Oracle is another database management system, MySQL is also another database management system, another Sybase DB is also another type of database system. We have the different type of database systems. According to their type we also have some different types of drivers. In that moment there is a various type of drivers can be controlled, can be handled through a specific manager, and that manager known as your JDBC driver manager. Through that driver manager can easily handle a specific type of JDBC driver which is linked with a specific type of databases. Just we can focus on that diagram. In that diagram we have that is a JDBC driver. In that driver manager must link with a 3 types of JDBC driver, and that JDBC driver is also linked with 3 types of your databases, means your Oracle, SQL Server and ODBC data sources. And also we have different type of data sources like your Sybase DB, MS Access, number of database sources we can link with that JDBC drivers. Especially that JDBC API also implement for your driver manager and your database specific drivers to provide transparent connectivity to heterogeneous databases. That means due to this API we are getting a platform, that means that platform should be transparent, or you can say it is a full of clarity. Whenever you can get a transparent connectivity process, through that process we can easily link with different types of databases, that may be Oracle, Sybase or MS Access or any type of database. We easily provide a connection in between them. Secondly, we can say that JDBC driver manager also ensures that the correct driver is used to access each data source. Similarly, the driver manager is capable of supporting multiple concurrent drivers which is connected to multiple heterogeneous databases. Finally, the JDBC API must be linked with your JDBC driver manager. Through that communication, we can easily handle different type of drivers. That drivers can control different type of data sources. Through that process of controlling, which is especially easily handled through communication in between your source side to your destination side. Next, we can learn what are the components especially used in our JDBC concept. Let us we can discuss. Generally, we have 6 type of components. First of all, we will know that is known as driver manager. Second one driver, third one connection, fourth one statement, fifth one result set, then sixth one SQL exception. There are 6 type of components. We know that with the help of that component, we can easily build a JDBC environment. Then these components especially provides a platform, or we can say interface. By using that interface, we can easily build an environment. Through that environment, we can easily transfer our source side request to your server side data. That means this kind of communication is specially performed through that JDBC environment. That first of all, we can discuss what is the meaning of your driver manager. It is especially that driver manager is a one type of class, and that manage a list of database drivers, and also whenever it can matches different type of databases sources which is linked with a specific environment, that is known as your driver manager environment. That means that due to that manager, it can easily handle the different type of driver sources which is linked with that database. In a second component, we can learn about your driver. By using that driver, we are getting an interface. That interface provides you communication environment which is specially taking your data, user side data to your server side with the help of that driver, which is providing a direct connectivity with your specific database. Similarly, but these 2 components can be possible with whenever it linking with your another component known as your connection component. With the help of that component, we can say it is also one type of special class that is known as a connection class. That connection class consists of number of methods. Through that method, we can build a connection environment. Whenever a connection object is designed or taken or formed, in that moment which can easily communicate from your source side to your destination side. Specifically, that communication is only possible due to the successful your connection component. Whenever connection component is successfully designed, successfully working, in that moment we can easily transfer our source message to your destination center. Next one we need, that is known as statement component. What is the use of that component? We know that by this component especially helps us to submit some SQL statements to your database. That means we need to carry your SQL statements. Suppose you want to print, you want to write some SQL relevant statements like create table name, then you insert into table name values some your statements, and also select star from your table name. In that moment, this kind of SQL statements must be stored in a specific type of component that is known as your statement component. By using that component, we can easily transfer our SQL type of messages from source side to your destination side by using that statement component. Next component known as the result set. What is the use of that result set component? We know that this result set component is specially used for to retrieve some data from your database store device, and after you execute an SQL query using SQL statement object. In that moment, by using that component, we can easily retrieve some SQL records in our specific environment. That environment is provided by your result set. That means a result set is a one type of carrier. In that carrier, we can store some database records in that specific component that is known as your result set component. Finally, last component known as your SQL exception. We know that what is the meaning of that SQL exception? Special, it is a one type of predefined class which can handle some SQL relevant errors that occur in a database application. We know that whenever we can store some data from your client side to your server side, at that moment we can face some network issues or some transmission issues, at that moment we also doing some programming error in that statement. At that time we need to control this kind of issues through this statement that is known as your exception statement. That means by using that SQL exception statement, we can easily catch the possible cause of error, or we can say some runtime error which can crash your overall communication process by using these 6 type components. Actually, it is the most important thing to design a JDBC program with the help of these 6 type of components. Okay, thank you.